Hello and welcome everyone. I am Tommy Atomic Rodriguez, your friendly neighborhood hookahologist. Welcome back. Since my computer got fixed and I can edit things again, I didn't want to do live videos on YouTube. That's why you haven't seen me for so long. And, as you can see, I have a newer setup. But Tommy, you always have a new setup. Well, kind listener, it's because my roommate is incessantly wanting to change the room every 3 months. It's not my fault, I promise it's not. But, I'm back. And what are we going to be talking about? Well, we're going to be talking about some new flavors that I've been trying and I've been really enjoying. Today we're going to be talking about the finer things in life. If you're a fan of dark leaf, I think you might be a fan of this. We're going to be smoking Tangiers breakfast cereal. And you know what? It's magically delicious. Alright guys, so Tangiers. We all know it's a heat sensitive flavor, so not putting too many coals on there. Today we're going to be using the smaller cubed cocoa earth coals. Now if you haven't used these coals before, I suggest you do. They have three different, I think like 4 different types. You have the logs, they have the flats, they have the cubes, and they have the smaller cubes. Today we're using the smaller cubes. Reason being, because like I said, Tangiers is very heat sensitive. Too much heat, you're going to kill yourself. Too little heat, you're not going to get enough smoke. So you got to have the right in-between temperature for everything. As you can see, we have 2 different bowls. A black bowl and a green bowl. What's the difference, Tommy? Well, here's the thing. This one I use for Tangiers when I have a lot more. So this has a smaller circumference and or diameter, I don't know which one to call it. But you can put more in here. So if I have a lot of Tangiers to spare and I just want to smoke forever, or if I fall asleep in the middle of the night, take the coals off and want to smoke in the morning, some people do that. I'm one of those people, do not judge me. So this is the bowl we would rather use. But for today's purposes, what we're going to be using out of the Ceral hookah, also known as Eric Killmonger, with our mason hose here, is the Hookah John 80 feet 80 bowl. Now this one has a larger diameter. It's a little bit more shallow, so we can actually have less tobacco in there, so I can, smoke it all at one time and not burn through it. Alright guys, now that we figured out which bowl we're using, once again, 80 feet 80 Hookah John bowl, we gotta pack the tobacco, right? So, as you can see here, I had 300 grams, but I've been going through it through a whole week, so, we have less now. But, nonetheless, we have everything we need. We have foil, we have the bowl, we have the foil poker, and I just recently started doing this myself. You really should have an oyster fork. An oyster fork is probably the easiest way, if not the easiest way, to pack a bowl. So we're just gonna kind of slap it on in here. Now, there's a couple different kinds of packs you can use, right? There is the dense pack, and if you're Paul, you use the word compaction. I have no idea what that means when he says it. He just says it. He can explain it to me later. Paul, if you're watching, please explain it to me later. What I like to do is kind of throw it all in there at one time and kind of just scrape what we can and put it in the bowl, because waste not, smoke not is what we say in this house. Probably not, but I'm just going to start saying it. Alright, so we got a nice little dense pack here. We pat it down a little bit. The reason why I like to use a funnel bowl is because the molasses stays trapped here. That way it doesn't seep into the base of your hookah. So, then we're going to add the foil. Everybody has a little bit of a different way to it. Some people like shiny side up. I was taught to use shiny side down. So that's the way we're going to do. You want this tight as a drum. That's what you want it as tight as possible. That way you don't have any loose ends. I am very picky on how I do things. If I don't do it the right way, I will do it again. Then we want to create the circle pattern here, or any pattern you like. And there we go. One beautiful bowl packed. So I've been smoking this flavor for about 15, 20, maybe going on 30 minutes so far. And what I can say is it's a very, very sweet flavor. What's crazy about Tangiers, it's either super sweet, super minty, or super bold. This happens to be kind of a mix between bold and sweet at the same time. So, like I've said in multiple videos, Tangiers is a very heat-sensitive flavor. If you have too much heat, you're going to burn the bowl. So, there's a couple ways you can do it. I typically buy cubed coals. So, I usually get cubed coals, and they're a little bit bigger from what I'm used to. The Cocoa Earth are, like I said, I got the smaller cubes for this video. So, it really kind of works out a little bit better. So, I can put 3 coals in it if I really want to. But I'm going to continue with the 2 until these 2 get a little small and add the 3rd one. And the first inhale, you really get a sweet sensation. It's nothing too different. I feel like I'm eating a bowl of Fruity Pebbles a little bit. I could be wrong. Everyone has a different taste and everything else. So on the inhale, very solid. As you can see, it's performing quite well and have a lot of smoke out of it. So it's a very interesting kind of flavor to taste. Right? There's no lingering aftertaste or anything like that. So on the exhale, we're going to try it now too. Like I said, not too many lingering flavors. It's a very, very interesting flavor to kind of try. This is something, like I said, if you are really big into want to kind of ease your way into Tangiers, I think this is one of the flavors that would be very beneficial to you. You will be able to enjoy it a little bit, and you won't get too harsh, and it won't get too, over tiring. Because for me, I smoke the same flavor probably for a month, 2 months straight. And then I get bored of it. Then I move on to the next, so on and so forth. But this is a flavor I can actually pick up a second time and not be bored of it. Which is saying a lot for me, because I think all of us as humans are creatures of habit. So you always tend to lean towards the first couple flavors you've been smoking for a while. How does this flavor rate on a scale of 1 to 10? I give it a 10. There's not too many flavors I don't give a 10, to be quite honest, but this is a very solid flavor. I really do enjoy it, and I think you will too. So, with that being said, that's all I really have for you guys for this video. Thank you for tuning in as always. Follow me on Instagram and or Twitter. You're going to look under _hookahologist. If you have some more ideas of Tangiers flavors I should try, leave it in the comments section below, and I will read them because I don't get too many comments, so a new comment is always a good comment, even if it's bad. So look for me on Facebook as well. You'll be looking for this beautiful face under Tommy Rodriguez. And be sure to follow us on the Facebook page as well, where we post up new videos and our new podcast, Cinema Smoketography. If you haven't been tuning into that on Spotify or Google Podcasts, you really should. That's where we talk about new movies that come out, our thoughts and feelings. Until next time, guys, keep smoking.